Have you ever looked at a tree or shrub in your garden and thought, whoa, this is getting too tall, too wide, or too dense? Pruning helps solve these problems by removing branches or parts of branches to achieve a structure that you want. And if you remove no more than 1/3 of a tree or shrub at one time and use proper pruning cuts, pruning can make your plants both healthier and more productive. The first cut is called a heading cut because it removes the top portion or head of a branch back to a bud. That's important. We're not topping the branch. We're cutting back to a specific bud. To make this cut, place your shears 1/4 of an inch above a bud and at a 45-degree angle. Cut there. Plants respond to heading cuts by activating the buds immediately beneath to become new branches. This helps to explain when to use this cut. Heading cuts are desirable for most flowering shrubs and fruiting trees because the new branches that emerge beneath the cut generate more buds, more flowers, and more fruit. However, heading cuts should be avoided if the goal is to open a plant because they may make the plant more dense, robbing the center of light and air. The second cut is called a thinning cut because it removes entire branches within a tree or shrub and thins out the interior. To make this cut, place your shears just outside the enlarged collar at the base of the branch. Cut there. Do not cut into the enlarged collar because it contains special cells that can grow over and seal the cut. And do not leave a stub outside the collar because those special cells cannot grow up and over that stub. Plants respond to thinning cuts by channeling energy up the main branch, making it grow longer and stronger. This helps to explain when to use this cut. Thinning cuts open a tree or shrub to more light and air, allowing flowers and fruit to form throughout the plant, not just at the exterior. However, thinning cuts leave lead branches intact and may cause a tree or shrub to grow taller or wider than you intended. The third cut is called a releadering cut because it removes the portion of a lead branch above a lateral, causing the lateral to become the new leader. To make this cut, place your shears no more than 1/8 to 1/4 of an inch above the joint where the main branch meets the lateral. Now hold your shears at an angle that's halfway between straight across the main branch and the slope of the lateral, right in between. That's the cut. But be careful. The lateral branch must be at least 1/3 the diameter of the branch to which it's attached, or it won't be strong enough to become the new leader. Plants respond to releadering cuts by channeling energy to the lateral, making it grow longer and stronger. Again, this response helps to explain when to use this cut. Releadering cuts reduce the height and the width of trees and shrubs. They also slow the growth of a plant, which helps to keep a plant small. However, because the lateral branches remain, releadering cuts alone may not reduce the density of a tree or shrub. What about that fourth cut that I mentioned? It's called a jump cut, and its purpose is to reduce the weight of a branch before making a final cut. This avoids having a heavy branch pull away from the plant during a cut and tearing the bark and creating a large wound that may not seal. A jump cut is actually a series of 3 cuts. The first cut is from underneath the branch, about 6 inches out from my intended final cut, and about 1/3 to 1/2 the way through the branch. The second cut is about 1/2 to 1 inch further out from the first cut. If it works properly, the branch will snap off between the second and the first cut and fall completely to the ground. Did you see how the cut jumped from the second cut to the first cut, creating this cut pattern? The third cut is the final cut just outside the branch collar. Now that you understand the purpose for each cut by itself, let's combine them to shape a tree or shrub in your garden. If you want to reduce the height or width of a plant, use releadering cuts, like this, a releadering cut for the tallest branch. If you want to reduce the height, width, and density of a plant, use a mix of releadering and thinning cuts. Here I'm using thinning cuts to remove a series of laterals. If you want to reduce the height, width, and density of a plant, but also promote some extra branching for more flowers and fruit, shape your plant with releadering and thinning cuts and finish with heading cuts at the tips of the branches that remain. So there you have the 4 types of pruning cuts: heading, thinning, releadering, and jump. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to our channel and visit our website for more information on these cuts, on pruning tools, and on tips for pruning common trees and shrubs in your garden.